one last drive with this motor. Oh shit.
Yeah, our seat's falling out, I think.
Well, it's only 90 years old. What a cool little truck though. Yeah, that clutch should feel a lot different too, I think. Yeah, we put a new floor in this thing, clean up the door panels, get a floor for sure. But the great thing about if we're gonna swap out the other motor is we got a B model 4-cylinder, which should easily make this motor's so old that this thing probably makes 25 horsepower. That thing should make 65 horsepower with the work it's done doing. That's a big difference in what we're doing here. Not only that, but you're gonna have a 39 Ford transmission in it, a new clutch, 12 volt. So, you know, you're not gonna have to worry about adjusting the timing on it.
Yeah, because we're getting rid of the timing completely.
Yeah, the timing will be gone, you know, which is always cool in the Model A's to, you know, retard the timing and then advance it as you warm it up. Kind of is cool, but the thing about it is if you want to drive this thing to Las Vegas from here with this new motor, you can
do it.
We'll see what kind of gearing we got when we're done.
Yeah.
And if the gearing is weird, then we'll put you know, we might have to put juice brakes and a quick change in this thing so you can...
We'll see. Well, it's not like we're putting a V8 in it.
Yeah, that's true.
She's still going to just be a little
4-cylinder, but...
A little 4-cylinder, just a little putter. But it's going to run a lot better.
Oh, I'm excited, man.
I've been down here since November, pretty much all year, helping move. And when I got down here, it'd been about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months since I've been here, and he had this little pickup sitting here at the house.
Okay, so today we're working on a 1930 Ford Model A pickup truck. This is a really clean little truck. I got this truck out of Bishop, California from a good friend of mine named Marty.
And I was always kind of thinking, you know, damn, that thing's cool. That thing's cool. What are you doing with it? And he's like, well, I just got it, and it doesn't really run very good. Haven't gotten it to run, so.
But it came from a little mining claim. I guess they owned a little mining company up. But for a truck that's been used for things like that, I mean, this thing is in really good shape. To find a unrestored, untouched pickup truck that hasn't been beat to death is really hard to find.
We kind of started tinkering with it after work and got it running. I, you know, kind of messed with the points, and I don't know, I guess I just kind of got it going and fell in love with the little truck. And he was like, you know what, if you want to do anything you want with it and make it cool however you want it, go ahead.
I mean, these things are super off-road. You can drive them through the desert. They climb, they go. They got a torquey little motor in them. They're just a lot of fun. And to be able to find them that are 90 years old and be able to bring them in the shop and like work around a little bit on them and make them run and drive, that's really what has been a lot of fun. Like with me and Chase out here working in the shop, is taking these old cars that we drag them in and we don't, you know, it's like we're pretty sure they're gonna run, but we have enough Model A Ford parts laying around that we can kind of put one together and make it run now.
These old trucks and cabs, these old 30 Fords, they've been around my whole life. My dad's had them laying in the yard art, you know, never really had a bunch of them running or anything, just a lot of yard art. And then he kind of started building some coupes when I was about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old. And, you know, they never really piqued my interest. And what's kind of cool about this is that this is kind of like a new, I don't know, I guess a new little phase. Taking this little engine that makes 35 horsepower, you know, and putting another little simple engine in it that makes 65 horsepower. That's just as thrilling when you hop in that thing and drive it down the road. You know, it's just as fun, just as cool. I like it. It's cool.
throttle linkage basically for the for this little truck. So there's a rod that hooks onto here that goes to another one that goes to another one, kind of. This sits behind the engine, and then when you're in the truck, you push it, and this is the throttle. So that's what it is. And this is a throttle rod, so you can up the throttle, you can crank on it. You know, so if you're sitting in there, you can just actually pull the throttle and this thing will run at high idle. Because they were running stuff off of them, you know, back then. You could pull the rear axles off them and run shit off of them. They were made like a tool, man. These things were awesome. But anyway, some guy in Dearborn, Michigan was probably sitting in the assembly line making just these. Or he made this part and then sent it down the line, and then another guy put it there, and then another guy put the spring on, and then boom, boom, boom. So, pretty amazing. From another friend of mine, Frank, I got a 1932 to 1934 B block for, it's a B model is what they call it. It's a more horsepower motor than the Model A. The one that I do have here is 12 volted. It's got a Mallard ignition on it, dual points. It's kind of a hot rod. It's got a 39 Ford Trans in it. Me and Chase kind of put this thing together on a stand right here, made it run this week just to see if it would run and what it sounded like, and it's a healthy, nice little motor. This is the Model B motor that we're actually gonna put in there. Kind of pre-wired everything on here to just give it a test run and make sure it ran, because I never knew anything about the motor when I got it. Choke it up a little bit, see if it's gonna run. And we were in here sitting around looking at this little truck, and we're like, man, it runs good, but you know, this is where it all starts. You know, it's like, well, let's get at least 15 to 25 more horsepower out of it by throwing the B model motor in it. Another thing, there's not a lot of the B 4-cylinders around, only because by 1932, Henry Ford had developed the V8 Ford, which really kind of took it out of these little 4-cylinder B models. And the B models were a great little motor. They were an upgrade of the A. They had 10 to 15 more horsepower. They had a mechanical fuel pump. The head design was a little bit different. There was a few little options that were different on them than like the Model A that was an upgrade. But the B model didn't really take off. They put them in a lot of work trucks. They still, you know, option-wise, they weren't really that much more to get a V8. So a lot of people were just getting the V8s. The B model never really got the attention that it really needed. This little B model that we have is stock. I think they're like 50 horsepower. I'm thinking this thing probably makes close to 65 horsepower, which is a lot of horsepower for this little banger. They make a ton of torque. So I'm excited to put it in this truck because we want to be able to go drive this thing around and go have some fun with it and just go from there. You know, one day, who knows, we might throw a V8 in it. Oh yeah, there she is. Got the new B model in here running. You ready to go for a cruise?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Way different truck.
Yeah?
Yeah, completely different.
I mean, it doesn't really have like much.
Doesn't even run kind of the same.
It makes a little more torque on third gear.
Yeah.
Or second, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Feels kind of good. Oh yeah. Did we put a couple carbs barely before, but what's it like? Is it like 15 horse?
Yeah, it just wasn't running very good. Like if you tried to get into the throttle a little, it'd start dying. And it probably needed a tune-up. It probably wasn't nothing wrong with it. But as far as power goes, coming up that hill like we just did, you don't even think about third gear.
Oh, this thing will walk my little other one now, I think.
Yeah, this thing needs brakes.
I told you.
It needs brakes.
We put a couple of carbs on it, did the exhaust, mess around with a few other things. You put some brakes on it, I mean, you could go cruise this thing.
I'm gonna cruise this thing. This thing's sweet now. This thing's fun. It was fun before, but now it's really fun.
So how did it run?
Good. It ran way better. It's like a significant difference from what it was. Pretty exciting to drive it down the road because it's not even the same little pickup.
Yeah, it's crazy because of the ignition. I can just hear it in the ignition and how it's firing and running good. So there's still some work to do. We got to do a little bit of stuff like that on like tuning it and stuff like that, but we'll do that this week. At least we can get in it, go drive it around, have some fun. I think we swapped it in 7 hours.
Yeah, we started around noon.
And all our motor mounts were broke. The exhaust manifold was broke. We had to go strip it off some other trucks, some other parts. Other than that, it went pretty straightforward.
No, it's pretty simple, pretty easy.
I was telling Chase, I go, usually we're jerking these out for a yard in these 4 cylinders and throwing like a 4B Cummins in them or something, you know? A lot less fabrication than, you know, for one day it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some, you know, to be said about keeping it kind of all Henry Ford. Everything we put back in this thing's all Henry Ford, except for the ignition. Oh, and the fan.
Yeah, the fan is
I think the fan's not Henry Ford, but everything else is all Henry Ford, which is kind of cool. We want to keep it traditional as much as we can. So if we ever do go to the RPM Nationals or Trog or one of the pre-war races where all the coolest cars on the planet are, we want to be able to go run it, you know, down the track. I mean, it's a banger, so it's not going to haul too much ass, but it's fun to work with my son in literally a 2-car garage now with minimal tools out of my service truck. But I mean, these don't require a ton of fabrication or tools. So if you guys want to have some fun, go find you a cool old Model A, make it run and go have some fun with it. I mean, we enjoy the hell out of it. There's a hill that's 7 miles long, basically. It's a gradual climb that comes up into here. So we're 1,800 feet higher than Las Vegas, and there's a pretty good climb coming up in here. And we were worried about these things not being able to make the hill in 3rd gear with enough horsepower. Well, I can tell you this one will now.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably pull that hill at 55 miles an hour, I guarantee. So. Anyway, well, thanks for watching. This is such a cool video, man, and really cool to be out here doing this and living in this little town. I moved to this little town. It's so quiet right now. I moved here so I could just drive my Model A's around this town. Seriously, my 32 Ford, you know, a couple of my rat rods, you know, I love it. We'll go on a little cruise every night. When the sun starts going down, we hit a big loop around town and go have fun. So tomorrow night, guaranteed, we will be out driving this thing tomorrow night.
Oh, for sure.
So anyway, thanks for watching.